You feel like there's no use for you to serve God no more. So you give up on the church like the church done something to you. Stop coming to receive the word like the church done something to you. God ain't done nothing to you. His word is the same. He's the same today, yesterday, and forever. You the one changed. You the one changed. His word stays the same. So you want to give up on the church like the church did something to you. You go in the street and scandalize the church's name like they did something to you. That church ain't no good over there. They don't amount to nothing over there. Ever since I've been over there, I've been having problems. Amen. You had problems before you got there. So you can't blame it on the church. You had problems before you got there. You can't blame it on the church, but I want you to understand something here tonight. My grandma used to tell me a long time ago, baby, he may not come when you want him, but God is always on time. See, you got to get yourself in a position to receive that. Because Isaiah said, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall walk and not be weary. Well, you know what I'm saying. Walk and not faint. Y'all know the scriptures. Y'all tired talking about that. Y'all Bible readers, y'all know what it's saying. Walk and not faint. He didn't stop right there. He went on over into Galatians 6 and 9 when he said, let us not grow weary in well doing, but in due season you shall reap if you faint not. I come to tell you tonight, your due season is coming. Your due season is on the way. You just got to keep trusting him. You just got to keep believing him. And it will come to pass. Your due season coming. You might just walk out the door and walk into your due season. You don't know where it is. Because we serve a God who's omnipresent. He's everywhere at the same time. Your due season. So it's not time for you to give up on God now. You got to hold on. Hold on and see what the end is going to be. Because things don't look as bad as they seem. But you got to do what Asaph did when he found himself in this situation. See, Asaph can understand how the wicked prospered. He can understand how the wicked kept going. He can understand how the wicked made ends meet. Because they was the one rejecting God. They were the one turning their backs on God. They were the one blaspheming the name of God. But what made him understand these things, that made him understand that things are not as bad as they was, until he went into the house of God. See, that's an amazing thing when we can go in the house of God. See, because down through the years we've been playing church and not really having church. Amen. We come in church to be entertained, but we really never come in and have an encounter with God. See, Asaph really just didn't come in the church. He came in the church because he said, enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. And when you do that, you don't only go to church, you enter into his presence. You enter into God's presence. See, we've been playing church. We come in, spit, shout, cry, laugh, whatever, and still had no encounter with God. See, the difference. See, it's a difference than going to church than being in the presence of God. Because in the presence of God, there's fullness of joy. In the presence of God, things look different than what they look right now. In the presence of God, marriages are restored. In the presence of God, lives are changed. In the presence of God, minds are renewed. In the presence of God. So we got to stop coming into the house of God just to say we went to church. We got to come in and have an encounter with our Father. tonight. Can I get comfortable? When we come in the house of God, we got to come into the presence of God. And see, when you get in the presence of God, there's nobody but you and God. That's when God sees everything about you, know everything about you, hear every thought that's going on in your mind. Nobody but you and God. See, I can't understand if I can't get in the presence, y'all know what I'm talking about, with my wife, if we don't. There you go. Can I just make it plain? That's when we're in the presence. When we really feel each other. When we're really, see, when you're in the presence of God, it's called intimacy. The presence of God is intimacy. See, a lot of folks in church don't want to get intimate with God. Because you don't want God to really see you. Even though He do see you, you don't want folk to see you. You don't want folk to, in the presence of God, there's fullness of joy. In the presence of God we find strength. In the presence of God we find hope. In the presence of God we find joy. But in the presence of God you are fully met. In the presence of God, it calls you to surrender. See, that's the problem right there. Folks don't want to surrender. How in the world do you think you can surrender to a man when you can't surrender? Come on, in the presence of God. ASAP, I said, I didn't understand. I don't understand why things are happening like this until I got naked before God. See, because when he got naked before God, God gonna deal with you first. Come on now, talk to me. He gonna deal with you first. And then he gonna let you see the other stuff. Because he got to deal with you first. Because the problem could be you. See, that's what we like to do. We like to point fingers. Lord, why is they doing this? Why does it seem like it's happening for them and not happening for me? But when you got into the presence of God, Asaph said, uh-oh. I saw that. I see what's going on with them. But I got to deal with me first. See, we don't like to deal with us. We don't like to deal with us. We look in the mirror and get our hair all put it up and whatever. But we don't like to deal with us like we need to deal with us. In the presence of God. Because see, we come in church and jump and shout out. See, we got that down pat. We got that down pat. We can hop, skip, jump, and whatever. We got that down pat. But when it's time to worship God, you see folk get long-faced. They sit down, they act like they don't know what they're talking about. They sit there looking at you like you crazy. They don't take all that. Why they crying? Girl, her weed messed up. Or she done worship out of her skirt and whatever. Because worship in the presence of God requires you to release something. In the presence of God. And see, this is why Asaph almost let go. Because he saw that old crazy stuff the enemy was trying to show. See, that's another problem. See, that's another problem. That's another problem. We looking at stuff we ain't got no business looking at. What did the scripture say? He said, I was envious of the boastful who are not sound. Your eyes can deceive you. We need to stop looking through these natural eyes and start looking through the eyes of God.